Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, which today begins by Coilis Interruptus being economical with the old verite. But he can't fool the presenter, wily old dog that he is.
A man knocked at a lady's door
Did he?
last night.
Will he look?
No. Tell me this, is Ardglass a big place?
It's not. It's a small fishing village, famous by being the home of Jerry Kelly.
Yes, I know that. But I didn't know how big it was. No,
You were there.
I was never in Ardglass.
Yes, you... Oh, you never go?
I never got to the big house.
Jerry's big house.
Yeah.
Did you never play golf with Jerry?
I played golf with Jerry.
Where?
In various
In
places.
Ardglass?
Yes.
Yeah, what would you say you've never been in Ardglass for? But I know you played golf with him there. Why are you lying to me?
I don't know why.
You lied for no reason.
I just thought I would tell a lie.
I know, I'm like that every day.
I'm no good telling lies.
I caught you.
You did? I'm no good.
Because I know that you played golf
no-
with him in Ardglass, and I know you've been in Ardglass, and you told me you haven't been there. You just lied to me.
But it's not a very big place.
It's not, no.
Well, see, a man knocked at this lady's door
Yes.
and said to her, he says, "Look, missus, that dog's running around the street there and it looks lost."
Uh-huh.
And she took it in.
Yeah.
It's a Springer Spaniel, overfed Springer Spaniel.
Fad.
Yeah.
It's called a spade a spade.
You know, so if anyone lost it
Fat
in the
dog.
Springer Spaniel area.
The Springer Spaniel area in Ardglass.
The Ardglass.
So anyway, the dog's been kidnapped, basically. Isn't it?
Well, that man had no right.
No right at all.
That man had no right. There's a
No
dog
right.
walking up the street, maybe out doing
Minding its own business, maybe looking for a warm place to, you know.
Yes. And the man says, "You're lost, so I'll knock at this woman's door here."
Hello, what about you? Hello.
Is this your dog?
No, it's not my dog. That's a very fat dog. That
Well,
one. Who wants that dog?
This sweet dog's been wandering about outside. It looks lost.
How do you know? How do you know it's lost? Just wandering about outside.
It's just wandering about. Would you take it in?
What?
Would you take it in?
All right, I take it in here. I throw it in there.
Right. And maybe you could contact one of the local radio stations in the morning and report it lost.
I'll ring Hugo
Right.
or Jerry Anderson.
All right then.
All right then.
Cheerio
Good luck now.
now.
Good luck now. Thanks for that fat dog. Thank you.
Right.
Goodbye.
You see what's the sense of that?
And then she rings us this morning.
Point of that. You know, God bless her.
I know.
No wonder. That man, I think that man was just trying to get into her house. You know what I mean? The presenter has many arrows in his, whatever you call the thing that ours are kept in. He also has many irons in the fire and all kinds of different fish to fry, which is but another way of saying that he does gigs for money. Concrete evidence indicates that he may be working a little too hard.
This is an awkward one.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't
ahead.
know how to handle this one.
Go ahead.
Bridget is on the phone, but she doesn't want to talk to you.
All right then.
She wants to talk to me.
All right, then I'll put her on. Good morning, Bridget.
Hello.
Hello, Bridget.
Hold on a minute. You don't want to talk to me, Bridget, is that right?
No, I do not,
Why not?
because you would be rather abrupt. No, the reason I'm ringing, Jerry, to be quite honest, is I just want your listeners to know that I was at the theatre in Armagh the other night, and that during a recital by Sean Donnelly,
Me and Sean, yes.
you had a little nap on your chair and you nearly fell off it. In case you think nobody saw it.
Well, I was tired.
You were swaying back and fro to the music, and the next thing I thought you were just going to collapse down. You were in a wee sound sleep by what I saw.
I nodded off, yeah.
Had you a wee blanket on you, son? Had you a wee blanket on your knees?
That was a terrible draft. I wish I had brought one. No, what happened was, you see,
No, you were sleeping.
I wasn't
Did
sleeping.
you fall asleep during Sean Donnelly singing?
Yes. Just for a minute. No, what happened was, you see, I talk for a while. You know, you see what I do. I blather. And then Sean sings a bit of a song, you see, and he's a lovely singer. He's got a very soporific and hypnotic voice. And I'm sitting there, and what I normally do is, it's very warm, you know. And I close my eyes to enjoy the music, and then I just kind of nodded off. And I just caught myself, and I was just falling off the chair. It's very. I didn't think anybody saw that.
Oh, they are my...
People are quite annoyed at you and Sean Donnelly for not inviting me on your shows.
So was I.
Actually, we don't want you there.
People wanted to
want
see me.
you.
They just even to introduce you.
What would you
Both-
do? But you wouldn't. You'd want money and everything.
Yes, of course I would.
We don't want you. We don't need you.
Yeah. Well,
Sean Donnelly introduced me and I introduced him.
that's no good.
You wanted just the two of us.
Yes.
You'd be looking for 20 quid for that.
Oh, at least.
Can't have that. Coilis Interruptus finds that the world is not to his liking. There are certain things that irk and indeed rile him, and he can't understand why nobody does anything about it. A straightforward case of galloping paranoia. Hitler was the same.
There's something happening in the BBC now, a trend, and I think you should stop it.
I think so too. It's called sacking people.
Yeah. There's this, I'm not happy with this cross reading.
I don't even know what that means.
Yes, you do.
Try me.
There's a lot of people crossing over.
I don't know what you mean.
The crossing over.
Crossing over?
Yes,
You have to explain that to me.
cross reading.
Cross reading.
Yes. Stephen Watson started it.
What's he doing?
Stephen Watson started to read the news. And now
Crossing over.
Yes, and now you have Barra Best,
What's
the
he doing?
weatherman.
Juggling?
He read the news, the 11 o'clock news.
It's what's called multitasking, Sean.
I don't like this cross reading.
Well, you see, I've been asked to clean the toilet.
No, I don't like it because you don't really believe anything they say.
Well, I don't believe anything anybody says anyway, so you're
No,
ahead
but
of me
when
on
Stephen
that.
Watson read the news, I said, give us the real news now, Stephen. You'll tell me sport.
You
And
tend
I was waiting for Barra Best to tell me all about the weather.
You tend to think that Barra's making it up
Yes.
and just passing time until the weather comes.
I wouldn't, somebody
Just saying
never
any
turned-
old thing at all. Well, you see, it's
Can you not stop that?
No,
It
I can't.
doesn't sound right.
I know it doesn't sound right, but many of the thing in this world doesn't sound right or look right, and I can do nothing about it. I mean, I can't do anything about you. You're here. You're a fact. I can't change it.
But
And
you
if
know people.
I mean,
on
I've watched
BBC.
Shameless, and I can't do anything about that either. I've watched The One Show. I can't change that. It's just one of the horrors of the world that are in front of us. There's nothing you can change. You see, the thing is, you must stop looking at these people.
But could you not have a word with Stephen and Barra?
What do you call the wee fellow who looks like he's daubing off school? The fellow who does the
No,
sport.
stop that.
Well, he always does
Stop
look
that.
like he always looks like a wee fella's gone
Stop
off
that.
school.
I'm not going there with you. That's
Oh, stop
horrible.
it.
No, that's horrible.
He looks like a wee fella's taking the afternoon off school.
That's horrible.
He does, but you can't help
Anyway,
it.
get that.
Well, if he read the news, I wouldn't believe a word of it.
Oh.
No.
Well, will you get it stopped?
I won't. No, I can't promise
Please,
you. I
try.
can't get it stopped.
Will you try?
No, I'm not going to try because, you see, there are many things in this world that are
It
unacceptable.
doesn't sound right.
I know, but we can't change it. Many things we don't. I mean,
It sounds as though someone holds up the news, the script, and says,
What's the worst thing in the
anyone
world?
care to read this?
what's the worst thing in the world? Let's see. The worst thing in the world for me is the comedy on Radio 4. There's nothing you can do about that. 6:30. You listen through the whole thing, not a single phrase, not a single thing's funny. But it's there. You just don't listen to it. Don't watch these people. Stop it. The presenter has long envied Frank Mitchell's presenting skills and has often expressed a desire to be just like him, if only he had the talent. Nonplussed, he tries to better Frank by challenging him at his own game. Do you know what Frank does at the end of the weather forecast? For UTV, he tries to get you to guess the name of the town.
And he says, "I'll tell you that place twice." And he says it twice.
I know.
I'll tell you that place there is.
I've got a whole list of things for him here. Quick ringer.
Eh?
Quick ringer. Belfast.
Is that a place?
Yeah, quick ringer. Belfast. Quick.
Bell.
Fast.
Fast. Oh,
Quick.
quick. Oh, aye.
Insects edge.
Right, don't tell us now. Insects AIDS. Antrim.
Good man. Depressed saint.
Depressed saint.
Downpatrick. Exhausted duck.
Exhausted duck.
Dundonald. Transport Homer's favourite beer.
No.
Carrie Duff.
Oh, Homer.
Chef's place of residence. Cookstown. Harbour in a hurry. Portrush. Saint's place of work. Temple Patrick. Spherical object swallowed by bird. Ball in a mallard. Fuel surrounded by water. Islands. Big fish in wet weather.
Big fish in wet weather. No, don't sound rain. Cold rain. Big fish, and cold. And give it again. Big fish in
Big fish in wet weather.
wet weather. Wet
This
weather
is tricky
rain.
because it's a matter of spelling. You see, what you do, you get wet weather and you put a big fish in the middle of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like if it was rain, it'd be R-A and then I-N. Rasharkin! Shark.
Oh, Shark and
R-A-I-N. Rain. And see, Frank
Frank
will be raging when he hears this.
I know,
because we're giving it all away. Pigs Mountain. A hog hole. Stop contributing. Done given. The presenter has long suspected that his programme is not the most important thing that happens at Radio 4 between 10:30 and noon. He's proved right. The proof is here.
That's right. Did you do the desk?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting you in there?
Janet's in now.
Oh, is she?
She wants me to move my car. The gas man can't get in.
Wait, is he going to read the meter?
No. The gas man wants to.
I'm sorry, Janet. There's a programme on round about this time. A little fella sits in here and talks. And he talks until 12, and then you can come in then and talk as much as you like. Why don't you come in after 12 and tell him about that?
But the gas man wants in.
Why don't you just pass him a note? You don't have to... Don't you realise...
She needs the keys of my car.
I know, but, you know...
But
Sorry.
they're not here. They're in my desk.
Well, tell her to go up and get them in your desk. Go and tell her now.
Janice says no.
She doesn't want to go upstairs? Well, ask her to get out. What's she doing in there?
She's in to tell me the gas man's stuck.
I see. Well, listen, this is as good a time as any to get something straight here. There was a time when both Janet and Emma would work on this programme.
Yes. Now, Janice directing traffic.
Yeah, and how come she's out? I mean, it's more important to let the gas man in than to work on this programme.
He's got a big lorry
Is he?
full of gas.
What's Janet? Why is she still there? Why don't you down there and answer the phones? Do something useful.
But there's a call for you on one.
All right, then. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Jerry. Long time no speak.
Who's this, I wonder?
It's George. How are you?
George, hello, how are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm just phoning up to give your cohort a little bit of advice. Barra Best was a newsreader on City Beat long before he ever went to the BBC.
You see?
And he was a good one as well.
You see that?
We're not saying anything about his
You
ability.
implied that his ability was less than perfect.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I said,
Sean, what you said, Sean, was that he was a crossover moving from weather to the news.
Yes.
He was actually a newsman who moved to the weather when he went to the BBC.
Well, that reinforces my argument. He's crossing over.
No, he's actually a newsman.
But
He's
he crossed
a proper
over to the
newsman.
weather. He crossed
He's
over.
a journo.
A journal.
You thought he was a weatherman.
Well, how do you become a weatherman if you're a
Yeah.
journalist? So in other words, anybody can be a weatherman. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
You mean he's not a meteorologist?
No, he's not.
You see? Now it's coming out now. It's coming out now.
College.
I thought these people doing the weather were trained. It's just anyhow, dog's arse just goes on and says gives the weather. Is that the way it is?
Sure, look, didn't Frank do the weather for a long time? And
Yeah,
I don't think he's one either.
He's certainly not a meteorologist.
No.
Frank
Anyway.
would go to the opening of an envelope.
I was talking to... No, stop that. I was talking to a woman the other day and she says, "See, Barra Best, why doesn't he get a suit that fits him?" He wears
Jerry,
no, he wears
before I
lovely
forget.
suits. He wears lovely fashionable suits, you know, those skimpy ones. But they're far too away from
Well, what about Angie?
a woman. I was talking to Brian Kennedy the other day.
Is Angie the real thing?
I don't know. I'll ask her.
Jerry, before I forget, there was an artist I was introduced to fairly
Yeah, she's a
recently.
woman, yeah.
You know what I mean.
What, he thinks she was a cross-dresser?
And Cecilia.
He thinks she was a man in drag?
Don't tell me my world's falling down.
Your world's falling apart, Sean. It fell apart in 1969, except you never noticed it. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.